So, welcome back to your reading video. We're going to continue with making connections between sequencing events. And we're focused on scientific events where we previously talked about historical events. So, today's assignment, I want you to focus on page 74, how do you make a rainbow? Now, I know our pages are somewhat different, and I've figured out how to adjust that for all the lessons after this. I will ask you just for this lesson, even if it's not in your book on your page 74 and iReady, please complete this activity. There's a reason why I want all of us to do the same activity, especially when it ties with our lesson, not today, but also not just today, but also tomorrow. So please do this activity, even if you need to just use paper and pencil to write your answers down. It's important that you get this exercise. Okay, so let's take a look at what this activity is supposed to entail. All right, so how do you make a rainbow? So first I want you to read the passage, How Do You Make a Rainbow? It discusses where rainbows come from and the things that you need, the steps in which you need to create a rainbow. Now, let me encourage you to do this. I am actually going to do this activity in real life. I've done it before and it absolutely works, but I want to record myself doing it with you guys. And if you would, record yourself and let's post it into our um, homework or work upload folder in Google Drive. All right, so it gives you the steps 1 through 5, on how to make a rainbow. And then it talks about what happens in real life. So I want you to read that. Remember, close reading strategy. Read it one time to get your fluency, and the second time to get your understanding. And it wouldn't hurt to kind of go through it a third time if you need to for those tricky vocabulary words, okay? All right, then on page 77. I want you to think. Use what you learned by reading How Do You Make a Rainbow to respond to the following questions. Number one, you're going to put the steps in order. So you're going to put a number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in order on these lines to show me what order it comes in. This information is found directly back in the text. So please go back up in the text and look for the answer. Then number 2, this question has 2 parts. First, answer part A, then part B. Part A asks, what should happen before the dish is turned to face the sun? We want to know the step that happens before the dish is turned to face the sun. And then B, write the step from the text that helps you answer the question in part A. So, in part A, what should happen before the dish is turned to face the sun? You're going to write the step that helped you answer the text in the question of part A, excuse me. Then you're going to answer questions 3, 4, 5, and we will discuss 6. Remember our relaxed strategy. Read and reread the question so that you understand what the question is asking you. We skip to the E and go straight to L. Look back in the text. All right, look back in the text. The next important thing I want you to do is X out the answers that just don't fit, that you know off the top. And A, always, always choose the right answer based off of the evidence. All right, we're going to discuss the short response, so you don't have to write that. You're going to stop at 78. If you have any questions, please let me know. I am here for you and willing to answer whatever question you have. Okay, happy hunting for your evidence and writing your correct answers. If again, just want to remind you that if you do have any questions, please let me know because I can get on with you at any time. All right, bye.